Wizard's Tower. Yeah, we need to find one of the mirror pieces here. Drow, and demons.
And the mighty hero crept into the main ready for
You cannot win this!
demons.
Bring it on.
Holy shit. That was beautiful. Yeah. That was beautiful. Balin Shadow Breath. Started a group of hits. Great Cleave. Yeah. Summons hits critical. Hit summon Sagrus. Critical hit. Yeah. Great Cleave. So 80 points of damage. Kills. Great Cleave. Succubus. 91 points of damage. Kill. Great Cleave. Rock. Didn't kill. Great Cleave. Great Cleave. There's so many attacks in a round with Warrior. And every kill automatically gets an extra kill. So against this level of opponent, the amount of extra attacks you can get is ridiculous. Oh shit. At the same time, I still feel it's very much a useless skill to take, or a feat to take. Why is there a deer here? Because you don't need special abilities to... What? Yeah, there's wild magic going around here. What a goddamn mess. Vikings attacking the deer. They do leave the deer alone now. Valen. I sort of feel like we're not really having any kinds of fights now that you're here with your custom weapon. We're just here for the ride to see how he murders everyone. Weapon ineffective. Why? It's only... It's +1 weapon and we don't have a shape. That's why.
Bring it on.
Rocks. Or B-Rock.
Bring it on.
Baylor Lord. Ooh, impossible. I don't think it's going to be that. It it took 2 critical hits and it's down basically. Yeah. The cutting bastard of weapon master is ridiculously annoyingly powerful. Yeah, we can't use this, of course. Amulet of somethingness.
Take it?
Won't work while I'm in this form. See. No, 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 for fuck's sakes. Go through the doorway.
Get ready.
A succubus should not be much of a opponent person. We're over the level where we ended up in the original campaign, so this type of enemy should not be too much of a plus anymore. I guess the problem here is it's not just that we're at the similar levels as we were in the original campaign, but it's that the magic items we have access to are much superior. So we're massively more powerful, and we have an actual fighter in the group that's specialized in critical hit damage. I'm sort of interested in seeing how far he'll go with that. Because if he gets his strength high enough, he can get his special critical feats on epic levels. And those are... It doesn't matter at that point if you take the damage or not, because it's instant death for you anyway. He doesn't have any such abilities now. I don't think you can get them. They require a huge amount of strength and probably epic levels. But I don't. At the same time, I don't think it matters. When your guy can do about 90 points of damage reliably on a critical hit, and he gets critical hits with almost every other strike, and he has 4 to 5 hits per round. How do you survive that? You don't. Death Slot, okay. That's could be problematic. Yeah, critical hits, critical hits, critical hits, critical hits. And yeah, 109. The guy does about 200 points of damage each round. These sort of things are why I sort of don't understand why major spells can be deemed times. Because if you allow this kind of damage to be dealt by a warrior every goddamn round, you know, what does it matter at this point? This is working oddly, yeah, because we're in the totally wrong place. Better. Death Slot is still alive though. We're not going to go to the Death Slot. The green means acid sheet, which means every hit does a huge amount of damage to us. So we'll go later. 33 and 94 points of damage to the door.
It's done.
Took about a second to do it. It just feels like I have no business being here. Although the zombies were opponents like in the start of the original campaign. So it doesn't matter, their numbers don't matter. Why did you summon a deer? Wild magic surge. Try to use the wand of magic missiles. In some ways I do like this because you're supposed to be level 20 characters are demigods, more or less. So you're not supposed to be an ordinary fellow anymore that has challenges in these fights. You're supposed to be, ooh, fuck me, don't come here, don't come here.
Very well.
Okay.
Get him! Kick some ass!
You disarm it? Come on, disarm it. Ew. Why does he look like a succubus? No, it's I think this just looks like bat wings. Maybe he does have bat wings. That didn't take long.
I greet you in the name of Mistra.
The apprentice throws up his hands in gesture of surrender. I surrender, please don't hurt me. Don't worry, I don't kill those who surrender to me. Relief floods the apprentice's young face. You are truly merciful. I don't know how to thank you for sparing my life. Oh wait, I know. Here, take this. Mirror shard. It's a shard from a magic mirror. Very powerful, although I haven't been quite able to figure out what it does. But you can have it in exchange for my life. Questions. How did you get the mirror shard? Peter, my former master, gave it to me. He found it out on the streets, but I don't know how it got there. It's rather strange considering the frame for the mirror is way off in the castle throne room. The mirror shard has magical properties, but I haven't been able to unlock them. Maybe you need the frame to make it work. I wasn't about to risk going into the castle to get it. Tell me about the castle. Can't tell you much, to be honest. When I was an apprentice, I wasn't important enough to go there. And since I started researching magic, I haven't really left this tower. The castle is overrun with driders, that much I do know. And I know the frame for that mirror shard I gave you is somewhere inside the castle. That's about all I can tell you. You could go check the castle out yourself if you want. It's just to the west of here, but I wouldn't go anywhere near it. Not with the driders there. Let's go.
Get ready to be beaten by a girl!
It's done.
Any other traps? That's some money. Boots of reflexes, heal potion. Monk's gloves, very likely. And a lot of random crap. Very useful though. One paralyzation. Missiles acid sheath, yeah. Did it work? No.
Bring it on.
Yes, yes it did. Ethan can easily kill himself on this. Critical hit. Yeah, he's taken 25 points of acid damage from a single strike. We need to do something about him. But maybe we don't need to. There's nothing here anymore. We'll probably have to rest in the castle anyway. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Rush it! Death Lord Slot unsurprisingly has death abilities, so I want to give him the chance to use them. Castle is the only thing left. I can't say we have all the shards. We need the frame anyway. Which means the castle has to be secured. So, try the wizard. Throne room, okay. Lyric. Oh shit, another melee barrier. And it's in terrible shape.
Get ready to
I need to break. Shit. Holy crap. Fighter cheap. Yeah, I guess the acid sheet was taken into this exactly to counter the extremely powerful melee. Combination with other protective barriers, and it is a very effective melee defense. Except when you can do critical damage that does so much damage that all other physical defenses are meaningless.
Ready to be beaten by a girl.
He smites his enemy!
I do like the fact that even though the enemies were all individually weak, there's a real chance that Valen could have died in this fight. Asanti. Unlimited lightning arrows.
Bring it on.
Assassin. Very difficult. Holy shit, they must be good. And critical hits.
Cannot win this fight.
Yeah. Valen is basically the only thing killing those. The amount of damage he does is just so ridiculous.
Think you can take? Bring it on.
You can probably get a vast amount of more damage out of certain builds though.
Think you can take me? Think again.
100 points from a critical without weapon master isn't exactly anything special. Okay, do you actually have something of use for me? When I do my critical hits, I do 16 points of damage. Different weapon, different staffs, different class. Collecting all this random crap mainly because we spend all our money on the crafting of the weapon for the weapon master. So I don't want to spend every dime I have on his weapon, which we probably could do, and it would probably be a good idea, a smart idea if we want to increase the group fighting potential. But I just don't want to. Because he sort of takes the fight out of the enemy, like the... At the same time, I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. Because they're not supposed to be all that important and meaningful of a fight. So they speed things up. So it's good for the let's play. let's go for the
Bring it on.
enjoyment you get, because you don't get to use your abilities all that much. What's the point? By the time you use it, Valen has already killed everyone twice. I guess it can make you overly confident in certain places. You can still be killed with a single spell. Good thing to keep in mind. We're very hard for living creatures placed in melee combat. Undead will fare a lot better, constructs will fare better, anything with immunity to critical hits. Probably stronger demons. Although the demons in the Wizard's Tower weren't immune to critical hits.
Get ready to be.
We're pretty much done. Not sure if I even want to rest. Is there really a point to it? Yeah, surely we would be in a much better condition to face whatever's in the throne room. At the same time, if it's not something... if it's not another Demi-Lich fight, we're not going to spend too much time on it anyway. Valen, sure, we could heal him before going in. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, now we can't even use our shapes. We're probably stressed. For all we know, the Demi-Lich fight will probably be one of our toughest. Not necessarily because it's the toughest, but because we were not really prepared at that point.
Deacon? Deacon do his best.
Get him! Kick some ass!
Again, we're relying on the drow shape. It just makes a lot of sense to me, and take advantage of all our equipment and have a huge magic resistance. So in a fight like this, especially with other drow spellcasters especially, it just makes a lot of sense. No. No. Mystic pillars again. The fool is the king, right? Naturally.
That must be the most deranged and serious-looking jester I've ever seen. How fitting, considering everything else we've found here.
Single-winged elf shuffles. Clearly he has two wings. The single-winged elf shuffles forward to greet you. not one winged elf. A single winged elf. One winged elf. His wings are stunted and his body shrunken and bent. He wears the colorful and badly stained outfit of a court jester. However, though dressed like a capering buffoon, his face lacks the slack-jawed expression one would expect in a monarch's fool. His eyes seem to have an endless depth to them.
I was wondering when you were going to arrive. No doubt you found our town strange and confusing. Now that you're here, I hope I can clear everything up for you.
I think I know what's going on in this town. You may have figured it out, but there may be some details you are not yet sure of. Understand how incomplete knowledge can be dangerous. It is important you have all the facts. My name is Elised. I used to be a simple-minded man who danced to amuse Queen Shaori. I have become all-knowing and all-wise ever since we were pulled through the mirror. Go on. When our city was up in the Lost Peaks, Queen Shaori possessed a magical mirror. With it, she could keep watch on those with great power. She could see what they were doing and planning. Shaori used the mirror to keep our kingdom safe, to make sure nobody could ever move against us without our knowledge. She never realized the dangers the mirror possessed. What kind of danger? The mirror took hold of Shaori's mind. Part of its curse. She wanted to spy on everyone, including the Archmage Halaster. Halaster sensed her spell of scrying, and he attacked with powerful countermagic. He turned the mirror against us. Our city, the castle, the temple, the library was wrenched through the mirror, ripped from our mountain perch and cast down here in the darkness. Everybody pulled through the mirror was twisted into an opposite of their true self. The queen abandoned her throne and fool became all-knowing. The mirror itself shattered, trapping us here. Yeah. I guess that's a problem with all kinds of surveillance. You always want to know more, and even with the best intentions and the best people, it's problematic. And if there, for whatever reason, there becomes a shift where their best intentions go away and the people are less than perfect, it's such a massive potential for abuse. What happens if the mirror is fixed? If the mirror is repaired, everything will revert back to normal. We will be transported back to the Lost Peaks. Shaori will reclaim her throne and all will be as it should be. I have the mirror frame, but I cannot leave this throne room to gather the pieces. Before, it was forbidden for me to be in here unless Shaori was with me. Now I cannot leave unless she is here. I need someone to bring me the 5 missing pieces of the mirror so I can repair it. If you do this, I will give you the mirror. It should be a valuable tool against the Valshorets. I have a mirror shard here for you. A single shard is useless to me. As part of the curse, I can only accept all 5 of the missing pieces. If I am to repair the mirror, I told the same thing to Sabal. What do you mean? Surely you know who I am talking about. The drow who ambushed you when you first came here were led by Sabal. one of the Red Sisters who serves the Valsharess. She wants to bring the mirror to her mistress to use it against the seer. I have made her the same offer I'm making you. If she brings me the missing pieces, I will give her the mirror. But if Sabal has some of the pieces and I have the others, if you each recover some of the pieces, we will decide who shall be given the mirror once you both return here to me. As wise as I am now, I should be able to come up with a fair solution. I'll be back after I have all the 5 pieces. Come speak to me if you need help. Okay, I think I might.
You've returned, but I see.
There are 5 pieces missing from the mirror, but the curse hides their location from me. Still, I understand how the magic works, and I know where they are most likely to be. The building here probably each have one. The temple, which we have, the library, and the wizard tower. Okay, we have the temple and the wizard tower. We're missing the library, so we probably had to talk to the Medusa. Okay, that should be all. Wonder if a Medusa is immune to petrification. Well, we do have the potion, so we might as well use it. I doubt it'll be useful anywhere else anyway. So...
Very well.
Yeah. Doctor, quickly!
Who comes this way?
The Medusa turns to face you, seemingly oblivious to the fact that you are now immune to her gaze. The snakes on her head give a little hiss, though it isn't entirely unfriendly. Hello and welcome to the library. My name is Kathala, I'm in charge here. I'm sorry, but as you can see, the books can't be checked out right now. I have to burn them. I'm looking for a piece of a broken mirror. You are looking for broken mirror pieces. That is rather odd, isn't it? I'm half mad and even I know a broken mirror is bad luck. Of course, I do have a mirror shard on me. I'm not just going to give my mirror shard to you. It isn't worth much, but it does have some sentimental value for me. Maybe we could play a game for it. You don't need a constant reminder of what you've become. You should really give up the mirror. Maybe you are right. Maybe I'm dwelling too much on what I've become. It's enough to, well, to drive a woman mad. Here, take the shard. Now please excuse me, I have to get back to burning these books. Busy, busy, busy. That's the lot of the librarian.
Get him! Kick some ass!
So we have everything. Back to the castle. Always forgetting that I actually can cast spells. Okay, without a doubt, there's gonna be a fight with the Drow cleric. I'll stay in human form at least until we settle the shard issue somehow. No, I won't.
Between you and Sabal, we now have all the missing pieces of the mirror. At last, this terrible curse of the Avarial will be lifted.
We will settle this with battle, Nalia. The Red Sisters will taste your blood. Think about your move carefully, Drow. It may be the last one you make. You don't scare me, Tiefling. You will play it just as easily as she. Fool holds up a hand to quell Sabal's attack. The spell of immunity in this room will make killing each other impossible. Though if you are both set on battle, I can lift its effects. Isn't there some other way to settle this? Sabal snarls at you. You are nothing but a coward. There's only one way you'll ever get any of the mirror shard from me, over my dead body. Fool sighs. It seems a battle is inevitable, but before I lift the spell of protection from you both, there is something you should know. The pillars in this room have powerful magical properties you can use against your enemy. You can use the shards you have recovered to unlock these properties. Whichever one of you has more pieces of the mirror will be able to use more of the pillars to aid you during battle. Okay. Yeah, let's get started. Wait! Sabal interjects. I need more time. I need reinforcements. We have to prepare. You don't seem quite so eager for battle now, Drow. Did you finally realize you are overmatched? I'm sorry, but in life we rarely get to pick the time and place of our confrontations. Battle begins now.
The shard will unleash the pillar's magic to destroy.
I think it would be the sensible thing to try to use the pillar's magic. If for nothing else to deny her that.
Get him! Kick some ass!
I'll see you cut asunder! I'll see you cut asunder!
Ho 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 ho! Transformation. Excellent.
Get him! Kick some ass!
Yeah. Sabal is going down. Actually, this isn't bad for us because a cleric would be most dangerous if he gets, or in this case, she gets to buff herself. So the transformation sort of made her very vulnerable and probably dead.
I'll see you cut asunder!
Into the flames we leap!
Ring of major electrical resistance. Light flail, probably a good one. Fire giant strength. And our first epic level. Let's talk to the Jester first.
I hope once Shaori is restored, she leaves the blood here in the throne room. to remind her people of the folly of war.
But such concerns are not mine. Once I restore the mirror, I will again be nothing more than a dancing fool. Are you sure that this is what you want? Besides, what I want doesn't matter. Things must be put right. Order must be restored, even if that means I once again be a fool. Though his voice is steady, there is a hint of fear in his eyes. You are brave, little man. I hope your sacrifice is not forgotten when the kingdom is restored. Now that the shards have all been collected here in the throne room, I can begin the incantation of repair. Thank you, Nalia. The Burial are forever in debt to you.
I bid you greetings.
Shaori stands before you in all her royal glory, a burial queen restored to her former grandeur. At her side is the fool, a vacant smile on his face. She gives you a warm smile.
I must thank you for what you have done. You've restored the mirror and broken the spell that bound us here. My city has been returned to its rightful place among the mountains of the Lost Peaks.
Hey, now you is all nice. Before you was so mean. Deacon likes you better this way. Queen nods. The power of the mirror is not to be taken lightly. You have seen the changes it wrought in me and my kingdom. Soon I must go there to join my people as well. It isn't safe for me here anymore. The spell that protected me from harm once again only functions in the throne room of my castle. But first I wanted to see that you were safe, and to speak with you one last time so that you might know the foul hermit you met before was not my true nature. It was a pleasure to help you, my lady. No. What about the fool? What happens to him now? She looks over at the fool, giggling and drooling on the floor. Her eyes are filled with pity. The fool is as he once was, a simple mind, incapable of all but the basis of thoughts. He will never understand the gratitude we all feel toward him. Good food, a comfortable bed, these are the only things he will appreciate now. I will make sure he has only the best. I suppose you're right. She nods. What are the needs of one man balanced against the needs of an entire kingdom? He made a great sacrifice, but he knew there was no other choice. So, is there some reward for helping? You already have the Shattered Mirror, a truly powerful artifact, though I would warn you to use it carefully. I would have thought this would be enough. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'll be going now. Farewell, kind stranger. We of Ariel are not usually trusting of outsiders, but you will always be welcome should you ever come to our home in the Lost Peaks. Ask if we visit. Maybe the Winged Elves throw us a big party. Thinking like parties, they be fun. You think they bake us a cake, boss? Thinking likes cake. I have heard tales of the Lost Peaks. They say it is a place of great wonder and a great danger. Though I suppose we would be safe enough in your halls, your highness. As soon as you leave the cave, I will return to my people. Once again, you have my thanks. So... Magic mirror. Would be very useful for us if we just kept the item instead of gave it to the seer. But I don't think so, we'll give it away. It's a very tempting tool. especially in times of trouble where you don't really care about the consequences too much long term, because you're basically choosing between survival and some negative consequences later on. Yeah, it's choose survival. Epic level shifter. So what do we get? More persuade, and that's pretty much it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to take concentration either. Yes, casting spell failure. No, I don't think so. It might have some quest usage, but at the same time, we are using lore is basically, well, it could be useful to us. Deacon can identify everything, but lore has also quest uses, so epic shifter. Also epic feats. Bonus feat list. Automatic quicken spell, automatic silence spell, automatic still spell, construct shape, dragon shape, energy resistance, epic spell focus, epic spell penetration, improved combat casting, great wisdom, outsider shape, undead shape. So armor skin, +2 natural armor bonus. Very nice. Not sure how it works with the shifting shapes. It doesn't matter, I'm not gonna take it now. Epic energy resistance. 10 points resistance to any energy type. Epic fortitude, epic prowess, +1 to all attacks. It can lead to more than +1, because how the bonuses are really counted. But it's a lot of very useful combat abilities. Epic toughness, 20 hit points every time you take it, up to 200 extra hit points. Extra stunning attacks. Yeah, we can now take extra attribute points. So this is what we would need to do if we want to get the dragon shape at any point. We just don't get enough level ups to naturally get there otherwise. And because you have to take it as a feat too, it's not good enough that you get the wisdom by leveling up, you have to take the feats too. So that takes feats, which you can't use on greater wisdom. Menu shapes, undead shape. The character with this ability can transform into a selection of powerful undead creatures 3 times per day. Risen Lord, Vampire, Spectre. Not sure if any of them are really useful. Vampire, the undead shape would have the benefit that they're immune to almost everything, including critical strikes. I just don't know if they're really all that useful. I'll take it anyway, because we are a shifter. $35 attack bonus versus ours 20. Yeah, weapon master levels. Superior weapon focus. What about Deacon? You continue being Dread Dragon Disciple. Yes. Draconic armor, draconic abilities, dragon breath. Anyway, we're done, so returning to the city. There's probably some kind of a...
Everybody gone now? Back to home? Aw, Deacon wanted to shop first. Deacon need new pair of shoes.
Probably some kind of cutscene with Valkyries again. Maybe not. But after this, we're not going back into the city anymore.
Deacon?
Sabals flail gloves of his fist. Although I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do all the Valkyries' ally missions. I think there's at least 3 of them. Talisman of Pure Evil. Charisma, Wisdom, and Spell Resistance. (2d6 fire damage). Flame Lash. Enchantment bonus +5. Good 12. And Gloves of Hin Fist. I guess we're going to do... yeah, we're just going to go in the city, sell a lot of this crap. I'm selling the... how am I selling the spells? Because if we sell the spells, we're basically saying we will never use the female anymore. On the other hand, we could take her as part of the group and have her learn as much of those as possible. And I'm pretty sure the companion limit is 2, so we can take her home, and 2 is very powerful already. Yeah, let's go talk to her, take her at least momentarily part of the team, and have her learn those scrolls. That way she'll remain as a viable character later on.
Welcome.
No reaction from the Bolsheviks. Do I want to upgrade my weapon? Yes. I think Valen will keep the boots of speed, so we don't need to haste his weapon. But what are we going to put it in there if we're not going to put the haste? Spell resistance might be a decent idea. It's something that's you constantly being bombarded with. Regeneration, but it's fairly minor. But it wouldn't hurt. I'm thinking spell resistance is probably a good idea. Still, into the temple.
Greetings. So now you know everything. The Valkyries, who we are, why we're here, all of it. What we're doing here is very important.
Yes. I agree. A Drow Queen teamed up with a powerful devil. Deadly combination. Okay, are you gonna come with me?
Is there something else you need from me?
Beholders! Undead army, Illithid. So shit, those are the allies then. Yep, we need to get rid of someone.
Deacon?
Is there something else you need from me?
Okay, Wizard 9, Rogue 3, Assassin 9. We probably should decide what direction we're gonna take her. If she's gonna be a wizard, she has to focus on that now.
Yes, is there something you need? I suppose we can spare a few moments.
Training. Exclusively on your mage training. Yeah, probably should have
Yes, is
done
there
this
something
earlier.
you need?
You have Shadow Legion armor. +4 Nathira's Cloak. It's good close, damage reduction +6, soak 10 damage. Constitution +5 armor, yeah, ridiculously powerful cloak. Short sword of quickness, so haste on a weapon. Electrical damage. A little more enchantment bonuses on this, and it's a viable weapon. Yep, she's fairly well equipped. A little bit of boost here and there. Ooh, damage bonus versus undead. Positive energy. Okay. Yeah, how does she get spells? She must get them without anything. Yep. So, Thera,
Yes, is there something you need?
part ways.
Underdark.
I am not a pack mule.
Whatever. Does mean we can just dump the scrolls, at least most of them. We could give them to Deacon, I suppose. She could use them. But I don't think so. Maybe some nice little spells that are really good, no matter the situation. But other than that, I think we're just better off getting rid of everything. Okay, at least we have a decent amount of money again. What do you have? Brawler's belt. It's probably okay against beholders, lithids, and undead. A lot of undead don't have a weapon at all. A lot of resurrection. Headband of intellect, yeah, we could have given that to her. I think I'll just sell all the scrolls. We'll make do somehow. And this way, I don't really have to worry about all the extra crap. I might end up regretting this at some point, but I think we'll survive anyway. That's the important part. and we certainly need the money. House inside. Temporary wisdom boost. I'm not selling that. Thinking it's another wand though. Quantum missiles. Acid bomb, yeah, I don't think so. Talisman of pure evil, why would we use that? Guess we were mostly selling spell scrolls this time. Earthquake could be useful. Neutralize poison certainly could be useful. Fairy dust, just go away. Dispel magic could be useful too. So a little spring clean. Finger of Death certainly could be very useful. Oh my god, poison balls. We can sell the stack for 10,000. Even 20 arrows is worth 10,000. I wonder how much money you can get from this. 10 is worth 6,900. Now we'll split them into groups of 10. No, that's 19. Whatever. Very, very good. Yes. We have 280,000 gold at the moment. And final page of this trash, hit it up. Is that it? More or less. Ooh, rubies are too expensive too. So we have 300,000 gold. I'm not going to spend them anywhere this time. I might upgrade Valen's weapon once. Speaking is also worthless at the moment. I'm not sure a weapon will help him. Actually, a +3 dagger isn't exactly something to be proud about, but he has no good weapon abilities. So I just don't want to upgrade any of his weapons unless he gets something good as an battle ability. We might want to upgrade, put one extra bonus on Valen's weapon. I'm sort of worried that if we do, we can't increase the enchantment bonus anymore. 6 is nice, but it's not could be better. And every point counts against powerful enemies. I think I might just leave. You know. The thing is, we can't come back here. Once we take out one of them, maybe two, I think that's going to make a difference.
Well met.
So if we intend to upgrade this at any point during the next couple of forays into enemy territory, it has to be done now. I'm not sure.
Well met.
No, no, no.
Well met.
It's 100,000 for a single enchantment voice at this point. True sight wouldn't be bad, not bad at all. I'm thinking of doing two things. Putting one more point in it and then giving it the spell resistance and leaving it like that. If I can't add any more enchantments later on, it's still gonna be good enough for a weapon that we can rely on it throughout the game. I'm thinking the spell resistance because it might have a chance to counter whenever the guy strikes at a spell barrier. And that protects wizards, and they bombard a lot of spells against these targets from time to time. So it would protect at least somewhat against those targets. And I don't see any point in adding another elemental damage, because this guy, if he gets to do damage, critical hits, it doesn't matter, he'll take anything down. Fire damage might be useful. I mean, it works fairly well against constructs and undead, which would be the lifeless creatures that have immunities against critical hits. It's +6 now. Yeah.
Well met.
110,000, yeah. Just give it the magic resistance and we'll call it a day. Now we're collecting money so we can be ready if something good comes our way. Acid damage +7, keen spell resistance. It's a good one, very good one. I think the mirror has quite a bit of weight, so it does not have weight. We can use it now, though. The Real Visage. It's a good protection spell. People mind, see invisibility, true sight. By the way, things are okay. Valen is powerful enough that we can handle things no matter what comes our way. I'm confident of that. If we could handle the damage, even though it caused a lot of trouble,
do not like being underground. Even in the abyss, I never had the sense of such a weight being directly overhead.
Environs. Yeah, inner gates, outer gates. This will be the area where a lot of our fighting will happen when we defend the city. I'll probably stress before going out.
What do you want?
This guard gives you a brisk salute as you approach. You're Nalia Haler, aren't you? Sergeant Asir at your service. I'm in charge of the defenses here at the gates. As you can see, we're keeping a close eye on the gates. I just wish we could spare a few more troops to shore up our position here. We don't want any surprises catching us unprepared. What do you mean surprises? Out beyond the gates is where the true Underdark begins. The caverns out there are crawling with beholders and illithid, not to mention a host of undead creatures. Why are you so worried about protecting this gate? The other side of Lithmiathar is protected by the Dark River. Even the Valshares isn't strong enough to move an army safely across those waters. If she's going to attack the camp, she'll have to come through these gates. And when she does, we'll be ready for her and all her illithid, beholder and undead allies. Yeah, that's a tough sale for us, for me at least. We are not. Illithid will stun all the fighters. So if in the mix of that you throw beholders and undead creatures, yeah, we're fucked. There's just no getting around that. I think Illithid is the strongest one we need to get rid of. Beholders might be another. Undead are troublesome, sure, but they're just fighters or sort of golem type creatures probably. Either way. Okay, tell me about the beholders. We know there's a beholder colony somewhere in the nearby caverns, and there's rumors the Eye Tyrant they serve has allied herself with the Valshares. That's a scary thought. Beholders are fierce opponents. They shoot out rays from their eyes that can paralyze you, turn you to a stone, or disintegrate you into a pile of dust. Yeah, beholders are something we do have to take care of too. Probably we're gonna give everything a shot. What do you know about Illithid? Well, the Illithid colony of Zorvak Moor is somewhere in this area. It's a small settlement really, just a slaver outpost for the mind flayers to buy and sell thralls. I've heard the Valshares has recruited a whole bunch of the Illithid colonies to her cause. That could make the battle tough, but with their mind powers, no. What mind powers? The Illithid aren't physically imposing, but they've got strange telepathic powers. They can enslave your mind or cause you to go catatonic with just a thought. Certain spells and medical items can protect against their mental assault, but we don't have enough to equip our full army. I'm just looking forward to fighting the mind flayers. You said there's undead out there. Every so often you hear rumors of undead here in the Underdark. Vampires, zombies, the odd mummy, but they've never been what you'd call commonplace. But lately the frequency of sightings has gone way up. Word is the Valshares found a way to create an army of undead, and she's going to turn them all against us in one fell swoop. Yeah. Can you open the gates for me? I'll have them open the gates for you right now. You can come and go as you please. Just be careful out there. Yeah, might as well rest. Yes. I'm sort of thinking which one we should try to tackle first. In many ways,
Might we speak?
certainly, Valen, what would you like? He watches you for a moment, his expression betraying and the uncertainty behind his fierce eyes. I wish to talk about the seer. Why? Do you still think I will betray her? Possibly. I think you need to know just how important the seer is to me, to everyone who follows her. I intend to protect her at all costs. I'm unsure how much knowledge you have of the plains, Nalia. I suspect a little, in which case the blood wars mean nothing to you. Is that so? I know what the blood wars are. I was recruited into those battles. He looks away from you, his eyes taking on a haunted cat. For years I fought in the outer planes as something less than a soldier. I was a beast. How long did this go on? Wayland thinks for a moment. I cannot be sure. Much of my time in the abyss was spent in incoherent rage. Perhaps 20 years, more? Time has little meaning there. Continue the tale. The blood wars made me into the warrior I am. He nods to his armor and weapons. Though it meant nothing to me, I was a mindless soldier, no more. My infernal master encouraged the demonic love that was within me. I was beholden to it, reveled in it, and was desperate to please my masters with each opponent I slaughtered. There was nothing in me that was human, and that meant less than nothing to me, until the seer found me. She came to the abyss. He shakes his head. No. The first time I saw her, I was summoned along with my master to your world by a spell. To fight against the seer, in fact. A drow priestess had called us, and so we were beholden to do battle. During the attack, I came face to face with the seer, and she looked into my soul. I have no other way to describe it. We were banished back to the plains, but the memory of the seer stayed with me. It haunted my dreams. Waylon closes his eyes, shuddering. For the first time in decades, I began to remember the life I once had. That can't have been easy, considering where you were. His voice is flat. It wasn't. What happened next? He pauses, closing his eyes. My master sensed my difficulty. I was tortured for months or years. I really could not tell. I only remember that it was agony beyond measure. Demons know how to torture. Eventually I was able to escape, grimaced. For a moment, Valen's eyes take on a haunted look. I made my way to your world, an alien place for a planer such as me, and searched until I found the seer. She healed my wounds and spoke to me. She offered to help me if I wanted it. His voice is thick with emotion. She saved me in every way that one can be saved. Your master didn't try to get you back. Valen smirks. Yes, he did. He was unsuccessful. It seems that all my skill at killing devils also applies, just as well to demons. Imagine that. I thought it necessary to tell you all this simply so you know how truly important the seer is to me. I would never betray her or allow her to be betrayed. I'm not going to betray anyone, Valen. You have to trust me. He grimaces. I'm sorry, I do not mean to make accusations. I simply thought you should know that. He turns to the path ahead. At any rate, let's move on. let's do exactly that. So, the Northwest
We
Passage.
must watch out for the Valsharess's allies. If they come after us, and after you, they will do it out here in the caverns.
So what you're saying is prepare for ambushes. Why is it you got goat horns? Is you part goat? In a manner of speaking, I am part demon, a tiefling, if you've ever heard of such a thing. Demons make babies? When they wish to. Are you always so blunt with your questions? Deacon can be very innocent when he tries. That'd be part of his charm. Well, I have a weapon that can crush a man's skull into pulp before he even realizes he's dead. I've made corpses whose jaws still wag as they try to speak. That's part of my charm. Deacon once have old master who eat bad mushrooms and passes gas so bad it kill entire cave full of kobolds. Deacon stick head in water bucket. Only reason he alive today. I've cut my way through 100 men, breeding on their own gore, and felt the slash of 100 blades against my skin, yet never died. Old Master roll over on top of Deacon once while he's sleeping. Old Master be real heavy. Not much phases you, does it? No, not much.